immigration is concerned for skilled professionals. The skilled professionals for Canada, as we know, now have an occupation list which they need to refer to. To that you add the fact that the immigration minister has already announced that we are going to be having, or rather Canada is going to be having a quota system which will be applicable from July 1st of every year to June 30th next year. So a new occupation list will be announced on July 1st of every year. So what we do is this, and if the immigration targets, it looks like, based on the occupation list that they have announced till now, and which was announced on June 26th of 2010, it's highly unlikely that they will get those 20,000 applications that they are looking forward to. I mean, like almost 6 months gone, and they have just received around 6,000 odd applications against the 20,000 applications that they're expecting. And majority of other categories, there's always you can always see a trend. Majority of other occupations that are still left to be filled up, they are just not getting applications. So if they have to meet their quota of almost 140,000 skilled immigrants every year, and they need to maintain built up inventory for this for the year 2011-2012, those numbers are just not there. So if at the end of the year they just get around 10,000 odd applications by June 30th of 2011, and that just means around 20 to 30,000 immigrants they are getting out of an overall quota of 130 to 140,000 skilled immigrants. So and they are not touching the past inventory. So how are they going to get it? So any of the interesting situations can develop. It can happen that they may come out with additional occupation much before July 1st, and for sure, when the industry in Canada is crying as much as the industry in Australia, that they just do not have enough skilled professionals for their future needs. So July 1st, 2011 is definitely expected to be a much more liberal list for all generic and engineering occupations than it was this year. And by generic we mean marketing, advertising, public relations, we're talking business development executives. For sure, July 1st will be 2011 will be the time when really speaking ball will start rolling, and new occupations, new applicants belonging to occupations that will be announced at that time can file the application. Now comes the difficult part. So should you really speaking wait till July 1st, 2011 to see the list and then really speaking start preparing for the process, be it giving your IELTS test, be it getting all the application requirements, that very extensive, very comprehensive application requirements in terms of Canada now, very, very extensive requirements. On an average, preparation of a file can take around 3 to 4 months time for Canada skilled migrant visa. So what you do is this, and this is what we recommend to you. Come to Abhinav. We will immediately start preparing your application. You will advise you the IELTS score that you need to qualify. We will advise you of the reference letters that you need from your past employers. We'll advise you on every significant part as far as your documentation requirements for the application process is concerned. And even while the new list comes out, remember very well that again, even when in July 1st, 2011, the new list is announced, each occupation will have just 1,000 applications quota. So now everybody is going to prepare for Canadian immigration the way they used to prepare for H1 applications. As you will recollect, the way H1 application used to be done just till a couple of years back, not talking of the situation today, people used to the quota for H1 used to open, and everybody would keep their application ready, and as soon as the quota is opened up, those applications will be logged in. And then in fact in a particular year there was a lottery system through which they chose the 65,000 H1 visas. Now that is what may happen as far as Canadian immigration next year is concerned. Only there is not going to be any lottery. So people will keep their applications ready in all respects, and as soon as the quota is opened up, they will file the application, they lodge in the applications. So there is not going to be 4, 5, 6 months window that you will have to file your application. If you do not start your process now, what is going to happen is this: by the time you get your application ready in by October or September of the year 2011, the quota will fill up, and then you will again wait for 2012. So we invite you to immediately contact Abhinav. We do free of charge assessment, no 1,000 rupees charge for you to do the assessment. We do free of charge assessment for you, and against a certain part payment, we will keep your application ready for filing, and major part of our consulting fee you pay to us once the new list comes out. That will really speaking give you a very head-on upstart over the other applicants who will start making or preparing their applications at that time. Again, one is talking of we've discussed Australia, we have discussed Canada. Unfortunately, as far as New Zealand is concerned, situation continues to be difficult. No idea as to whether the policy will be relaxed in days to come. Again, Denmark green card, they seem to be raising the bar. More and more news is coming in that people going on Denmark green card to Denmark are really speaking not doing very well professionally or work wise. And as far as UK is concerned, less said the better. And with tier 1 program closed, there is no fresh indication on how really speaking UK government is going to open up a certain policy for highly skilled migrants. So if you are really speaking interested in migrating in the year 2011, Australia and Canada are your picks. And for these two countries, looking at their overall policies and the way they are structured and planned for the year 2011 and in the near future, start preparing your application now. And there is no better guide for this than Abhinav as your immigration advisor. We meet the requirement of authorized representative for Canada, and in case you wish, we can also provide you services of a MARA agent for Australia. In every possible way in business since 1994, this is the company that will stand by you and prepare you for a successful filing in the year 2011. All the best.